Hello everyone, I hope you all are well and making progress in life. Here is Priyanshu and welcome to the Infinity Mind. So today I will be solving maximum subarray question. So the problem says given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. Okay, so in the example 1 we can see the nums array is given. Okay, and we have to find the largest sum of any subarray. Okay, so we all know what is a subarray. A subarray is a contiguous elements in an array. Okay, so we all know the difference between a subsequence and a subarray. So in subarray we have to take contiguous elements. Okay, and we have to find the largest sum among all the subarrays. So the first very brute force approach which comes into my mind is to generate all the subarrays. Okay, generate all the contiguous subarrays. Okay, and then go and find the sum and uh, and find the largest sum. So this is the brute force approach. So this will take me around O of n square time complexity, because think, first for loop will go from I is equals to 0 to end of the element. Okay, and in every subarray we will go from j is equals to 0 to n minus 1, because see, if you take a simple example, let's say example is the array is given 1 to 3 and we have to find all the contiguous subarrays. So the contiguous possible subarrays are 1, starting from 1 we can say. Okay, so 1 is a subarray. Now starting from 1 is 1 comma 2, starting from 1 is 1 comma 3 also. Okay, and now starting from 1 comma 2 comma 3 is also a subarray. Okay, sorry, 1 comma 3 is not a subarray because we have to take contiguous elements. Okay, so 1 comma 3 is not a subarray. We have to take contiguous elements now. So we have to deal with we have to find contiguous subarrays. 1 comma 3 will be a subsequence but not a subarray. Okay, so now starting from 2 we will go and start from 2, and then we can say one subarray is 2. the second subarray the second subarray is starting from 2 is 2 comma 3, and the third subarray we will start from 3, so this is 3. So these are the possible subarrays. Okay, so we are starting from here, and I loop starting from here, and j loop is starting from again 0. Oh, j is not starting from 0, j is starting from I. Okay, so now what we can do, we have generated all the subsets. So we can find all the sums and find the what is the largest sum. So here the largest sum will obviously be 3 plus 2 plus 1 6. Okay, but in our question negative elements are also there, so there is no problem, we can always find all the possible subsets and get the answer, but it will take big O of n square time complexity. So we have to do something, we have to find the optimal one. So what we can do, one approach which is coming in my mind is, let's say, take an example which is given here: -2, 1, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -5 and 4. Okay, what we can do, if we have to find the contiguous subarray. Okay, so let's why not to start from the very first element. We can maintain a current sum, let's say it is 0, and the maximum sum, let's say it is minus infinity. So we can say the current sum, if we are at this index, so the current sum is -2. Okay, now we move to this index, the current sum is a current will be updated with -2 plus 1. so this will become -1. But think of it, if we are considering the contiguous subarrays and we have to find the largest sum, so till now the subarray has become -2 comma 1. So why need to take that -1? Why there is a need to take this negative element? Okay, now you will think, what about the previous ones we have? What if we missed any positive sum before this, before we are just ignoring the negative element, negative sum? So we are saving maximum element also. So we are having a max variable where we will be storing the maximum sum till now. Okay, so if so the logic is, we will maintain the current sum and the maximum sum, and now while going from the very first index to the last index, if we find our current sum negative, if we find our current sum negative, we will say that we will just reset current sum to 0. Okay, we will reset our current sum. So starting from -2, current sum was previously 0. Okay, starting from -2, so we will say current sum is -2. Okay, and this will be updated as -2. But now what I said, if the current sum has gone negative, we will just make it 0 again. Okay, so it is 0. Now 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 we come to this element 1. So current sum is current plus this current element 1. The sum has become 1, the maximum sum has also become 1. Now here 1 minus 3, now it has become -2. Maximum sum is always 1. Okay, till now it's 1, but if we have find a -1, we will say we will not take that subarray till -3. Okay, so this will be, we will reset current to 0. Now again 4, so this will become 4, current will become 4. Now maximum will be upgraded to 4, updated to 4. Now next -1, this will become 3. Okay, next 2, this will be added, this will become 5. Max will be updated with 5. Then 1, this will become 6, this will also become 6. Now -5, so -5 will, here it will become 1, so this is already updated. And now 4, this will become 5, so this is updated. So we can see the maximum largest sum in the subarray we have found is 6. Okay, now let's see what is the correct answer. So we can see the output is also 6, which we have found. So what was the subarray? Subarray was from -4 to up to 1. So this was the subarray. So this was the main logic. I have gone through dry run also. So we will just make current counter and current sum variable and a max sum variable, and we will update the max sum, and if we found, and we will also update the current sum, and if we will found, if we will find any if we will find current sum as negative, we will update the current sum with 0. We will reset the current sum with 0. Okay, so now I am going to the implementation part. First I will declare the size of the nums array as nums.size. Now what I said, we have to make current sum and maximum sum variable. Okay, so the current sum variable, let's initialize it with 0, and the max sum will be -infinity. So let's say this is int min. Now we will iterate from the starting to the end, and we will update our current sum. Okay, so current sum will be updated, nums of I, and after the current sum is updated, we have to update our max sum also every time. So max sum will be the maximum of max sum and the current sum we will update it every time. Okay, now what I said, if our current sum is negative, we will reset our current sum. Okay, we will reset our current sum to 0, and this is all about this cadence algorithm. So what I said, cadence algorithm. So this whole algorithm is known as, for finding the maximum subarray sum up to any empty index I, is known as the cadence algorithm. So we will just return the max sum we have found as answer, and we will just run it and check whether we are able to pass the sample test cases or not. So yes, we are able to pass. Now let's see if we are able to pass all the test cases or not. So we have submitted it, and we can see we have solved this problem successfully. So the time complexity, if I talk about, is we go off, we can see we are using just one for loop and some variables. So we are using a for loop. Okay, so time complexity is big O of n, and space complexity, as I told you, we are using just variables, which is big O of 1. Okay, so this question is done now, and this is also known as cadence algorithm. So that's all for this problem. Thanks for watching. Till then, keep learning and keep upgrading yourself. See you in the next video.